Now they're there. Okay, we're going to put this down, sorry. And then first we're going to put in the Epsom salt. Now you're only going to use the Epsom salt if the person doesn't have eczema or psoriasis or anything like that, because that's an irritant.
Okay.
Put that in.
You good with that?
Okay, and then you're going to put in the coconut powder.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can go ahead and mix this up a little bit so it dissolves. And the coconut powder makes the water softer, which is really nice. It tickles? Okay, it won't in a minute. Anyway, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the grapefruit in. We're going to squeeze the grapefruit so that they get the aroma of it. And then throw it in the bowl. You smell the grapefruit?
Yes.
Okay, next we're just going to dump the flowers in.
Place.
We're going to place the flowers in. Okay, and then we're going to sit out. We can put one of these right here, and we're going to put these on our lap. Now Jalen's well, they're both tall, so you might have to back up to get their heels on your quads. Okay, so then we're going to just go ahead and mix it up a little bit. The flowers are for moisturizing, so you can just, play with the flowers a little bit and the grapefruit and rub it on their legs. Okay, so I'm going to start off with one foot. I'm going to take this out, let the other one soak, and I'm going to put his foot right here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just dry it a little bit. Just kind of go ahead and, go ahead and do that. Do some pressure points in the foot. How's that feel? Okay, let me know if it's too deep. Okay, and then I'm going to take the third towel, put it on top of his leg, and then just go ahead and do squeezies down. Wow, your legs are tight. There. And I'm going to go underneath. Dry it off. Okay, so you can either put this back here or you can just leave it right here on your leg. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gua sha. Now, he's got a little bit of hair, so I'm going to use a little bit of lotion. But she doesn't, so you can either opt to do it dry or you can do it with lotion.
Mm-hmm.
I do it a little bit with lotion, but you have to wipe your hands off because once you pick up that gua sha, it's going to get all slippery if you use lotion and don't wipe your hands off real well.
Right.
And this is just for the gua sha. Okay, so we're going to take the gua sha. Yeah, because one time I didn't do this, and that's why I usually do it dry. If you didn't have hair, we'd be doing it dry. Okay, and you're just going to gently, this is for the fascia. So you're just going to gently go up the leg. How's that feel? And then you're going to go underneath the calf too. Get the other side a little bit. And then I'm going to go on the top of the foot all the way up.
Does it matter if you stroke it down or up?
Doesn't matter. I like to go up just because it goes towards the heart.
Yeah.
But some people, I don't know if it makes a difference because, a lot of them just do it like this. They just scrape it like that. But I just like to go one way. Huh?
Within the rule of it's supposed to be everything.
Everything should go up.
Yeah.
So then what you can do after that is you can take the gua sha and then you use this part to go to the side of the foot. This you can, kind of go up and down on the foot. How's that feel?
That's the whole like spine.
If you feel adhesions breaking.
Yeah. And then I go on this side too and do it. Yeah, I'm going to use this side. Okay, how's that?
That's good.
You can use the gua sha to do pressure points if you want, but I'd rather use this tool here, the tie stick. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start digging in your heel first. How's that feel?
Mm-hmm.
How long is the foot set?
A half hour. But we're going to like knock this out in like 15 minutes.
No, but for clients and stuff like that.
It's a half hour, yeah.
Everything combined, like 15 minutes this and then 15 minutes.
Well, it's pretty much leg 15 minutes, leg foot 15 minutes, leg foot 15 minutes. So, and it's really cool because that way this foot is getting the Epsom salt soak and it's taking out all the inflammation. Then when this foot goes back, it gets just as much time as that foot. Okay, how's that feel? Is it okay? Right there, you got a knot.
Yeah, right above, right there. Yeah, right here.
Okay.
I've been working on it a lot though, like
Okay, I'm gonna just do this. So what you can do when there's a knot, instead of like poking at it, you can just go ahead and take this and then roll it down. How's that feel? Is that okay?
So our employee care packet comes with this, right?
Yeah,
For
right.
our own care.
That's a good idea.
We've been doing this in the massage. I ain't using my thumbs.
Yeah. How's that feeling? Okay, so then I can put this back and then use this one too for here. So this one's more broad. So how's that feel? You good with that? I'm going to try and break this down for you a little bit more.
I just can't quite see what you're doing, so I'm just...
Okay, I'm just
Okay.
taking this and just,
Okay.
he has a problem right here, so I'm just kind of trying to like
Work it out.
work it out.
Yeah.
That should feel good.
There it is, right on it.
Okay. Let me just do it more gently. How's that?
And how's that?
You can pretty much do a freestyle thing with the fleet, according to what people want and everything. Most people, they'll just read a magazine or they'll just pass right on out.
Mm-hmm.
How's it feeling? You got a callus right there.
Yeah.
So the mist thing is like the only like aromatherapy you guys, or do you guys have aromatherapy
We do.
too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do. We have more aromatherapy. We have a lavender one, we have a detox one, and we have an uplifting citrus one, which is my personal favorite, just saying. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go back to using some more lotion.
So like when we get a client, I'm so used to upgrades or like adding
Yeah,
a rubber
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not something you can add last minute. You know what I'm saying?
It's an actual treatment, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they typically are pre-booked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because, and it all depends. If you are back to back, you don't have time to add this. But if you have some space in between and you feel like, you want to do it, you just have to check with Chris to see where your schedule is at if you talk the client into doing it. or check it out ahead of time. But most people, they love this, you know, and usually they do
Good
add
choice,
it.
Henry.
Oh yeah.